Good day, everybody. Today I'm going to be showing you how to play the board game Monopoly Jackpot. This is a very simplified version of Monopoly with a gambling mechanic in it. Object of the game is you are going to try to be the player that has the most money by the end, and the game is going to end once this stack of money is used up. This is the bank. Just a couple of spaces to show you here. There are two properties here, or two color sections to each. You'll basically end up with a Monopoly if you end up owning two of them. Right here is the Jackpot Space. You're going to basically putting all of the money that you have to pay to the bank right here. So if you buy a property, you're going to put the money here. If you want to get out of jail and pay $100, you'll put the money there. And if you land on the free parking space, you're going to win the jackpot. You have here your spinner over here. You'll just simply press the button and the wheel will go ahead and spin, and you have all of these different spaces on the wheel, and you'll simply follow the directions of whatever the arrow lands on. Your pieces are going to start right here. There's four different ones. I have a boot and a dog, and there's four different colors. Here are the two other pieces. You have a car and a hat, and there are 10 houses that each person is going to get that is synonymous with their color. So the dog will go ahead and get 10 houses. Now, you're only going to be playing one house on each of these properties. This basically just shows who owns the house. And anytime somebody lands on that, let's say I had purchased this house, and someone landed on that, that person would end up paying me this amount of money. If I ended up owning both of the properties of the same color group, they would end up paying me double. If you pass go, you're going to go ahead and collect $200. Also, you have the chance space. If you land on this, you're going to have the opportunity to go ahead and wager on the wheel here, and then whoever landed on chance is going to go ahead and spin the wheel. So in the beginning of the game, everybody's going to receive $2,000, and then you're going to go ahead and roll the dice. Now, as in regular Monopoly, if you roll doubles, you will go ahead and roll again. If you roll doubles 3 times in a row, you will end up in jail. There's 3 different ways you can get out. You can try to go ahead and roll doubles. If you roll doubles, you'll just simply get out and move that amount of spaces. You can pay your way out. If you decide to do that, you'll just simply pay $100 to the jackpot area and then roll and move. Or if after 3 turns you're not able to get out, you can just simply roll and then move. You're not going to have to pay the $100 in that case. However, if you're in jail, you're not going to be able to bet. You're not going to be able to collect rent. You will only be able to collect money if the wheel spins on one of your properties. So let's just kind of show you how this works. I rolled an 8, so let's say I'm the dog, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I would like to own that property, I would just simply have to pay $300. So let's just say I paid $300, and then I would go ahead and place a house on there to show that I owned it. And that's basically the way it works with purchasing all of the properties. Now, if you don't want the property, you can go ahead and end up auctioning it off, and whoever basically ends up winning the auction is going to go ahead and get the property. Now, on the die, there is a chance icon over here, as you can see, the question mark. If you end up rolling this, you will have the opportunity to go ahead and wager on the board, as you would if you were landing on chance. Or if you don't want to, you would just simply move this amount of spaces on the other die. So let's just say I roll and I happen to land on chance. Now everybody's going to have a chance to wager money here on their different color zones. So let's, for example, say green wagered $500, and let's say that orange bet $300. Here are the different spaces. If the arrow ends up on a property that has a house on it, whoever owns that is going to get double what this amount is. If it turns out that he ends up having both of these properties, he's going to get 4 times that amount. So in this case, if he had 2 houses over here, he would end up getting $2,400. If it was just one house, he would go ahead and get $1,200. You go ahead and do this part first before you did the inner circle over here. You have 3 different payout spaces. You have 1x, 2x, and 4x over here. If you spin that, then you're going to basically get back that amount of money, and you'll also take back the money that you bet. So if you landed on a 2x payout, green in this case would get $600, and he would also take back the money that he bet. Then you would just simply multiply it with whatever number showed up. If you land on pay jackpot, any money that you put to bet is going to go into the jackpot area. Pass right and pass left basically means that you're going to give the money that you bet to the person either to the left or to the right, depending on where they are. Steal house basically means that you can remove somebody's house like this and then place a house on somebody else's property like that. That can be very helpful on these more expensive little properties over here. Go to jail, that's pretty easy. You'll just simply go to jail over there. The jackpot, if you spin that, you will win whatever money is in the jackpot. Swap house, that means that you can swap houses with somebody. Let's just say I had a pink on here. Blue could just simply do this and swap with pink like that. If you land on build house, that will simply allow you to build a house on any kind of an unowned property, so I could do something like that. If you land on bankrupt, then all the money that you have in your possession is going to go into the bank. You'll be out of money, but you're not going to be out of the game. And of course, everybody's going to once again take their money back. If you land on swap cash, basically what you'll do is you'll take your money back that you bet, and then the money that you have in your hand, along with that, you're going to give to somebody else, and they're going to give you their money. Now, any money that you end up winning from the wheel or from the outer area over here, which are called hot houses, you're going to be taking the money from the bank in this section over here. And you're going to keep playing the game, collecting rent and all those things until this stack of money is out. And as soon as that happens, you're going to go ahead and compare the stacks of money, and whoever has the most amount of money at the end of the game is going to win. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Monopoly Jackpot.